got Dr. Panicking on now, but I'm getting a lot of people that have government contacts to give us their take. And obviously, he's the former head of the State Department, psychological warfare, big connections to the CIA, the military. Basically worked in most of these agencies, been involved in regime change. He's had a lot of high-level contacts. He obviously resigned from the Council on Foreign Relations after 9/11 because that was a false flag with the Saudis. But he joins us to break this down. I don't know his view yet. StevePanicking.com is his website. I usually check it. I haven't checked it, so he may have his views up there now. But he wanted to wait till Friday. I don't know if that was till he got more intel or until he was busy, traveling or something. The point is, I go into these interviews naked, so we get a real interview, not doing a pre-interview. So he joins us now. So Dr. Panicking, what do you think is really going on here?
Well, Alex, you and I have been together for a long time. And one of the things that was so obvious and people really didn't get it was when I got onto your show and I said several months ago that Hillary and Bill had effected a civil coup. That wasn't, ex cathedra. That was not ad hominem. That was a very definite problem that we in the intelligence community, the selective part of the intelligence community, much of whom were military people. I'm not going to the specifics. And I warned you we would do a counter coup. We did. It was done through emails, through Julian Assange. I will not name individuals. I've always said Julian Assange was really a hero for America. I can guarantee that Russia was not involved. I have high respect for Vladimir Putin. I've worked with the Russians. I helped to take down the Soviet Union. I still have a very high respect for the Russians. The Russians did not need to hack into anybody's account. They can hack anything they want. So can the Chinese, but we do too. The real issue at hand is that Hillary failed miserably. And $1 billion.
Doc, I'm sorry to interrupt. The sun's shooting into your camera. It might also damage it. Can you tilt it down so it doesn't burn out?
Yeah, no problem.
Just as we started talking, the sun shot into the lens. Thank you.
Well, that may be too much light on this issue, but the bottom line is, look at what's really happened, Alex. What's really happened subsequently has nothing to do with Hillary and almost nothing to do with Obama. We have been able to place through Trump, Mathis, Secretary of Defense, Michael Flynn, the White House, Kellogg in the White House, Homeland Security, military. Look at all the military positions and imagine what it is I have been saying for years. I want military men or women to get involved in our government, not to start a war, but to basically end this nonsense of alternative narratives which have destroyed our country. 9/11, Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, and the rest of the nonsense that was created by the Democratic administration, by Obama, Bush Jr., and the neoconservatives who are trying to get back into government, but we're trying to stop them.
Well, let me stop you because if we have new listeners every second on 30, 40 new affiliates we've got in the last few months. You have laid all this out on your website. You have laid this out for several years. And it's not that we want a military coup. It's that our military is not perfect, but at least it doesn't want to sell us out to the communist Chinese and the globalists. And this project went so far to sell us out that we were down to the country basically being gone. And you said what Trump needs to do and others is bring in people to the positions, block the globalists, restore the republic, right the ship. And I know you've been writing articles saying Rex Tillerson is a good choice. I agree. You break down the fact that he's actually bringing in patriots that are anti-globalist, and that he's not bringing in neocons. The one guy at Treasury was at Goldman Sachs, but he was actually an anti-globalist and anti-NAFTA got there. So not everybody at Goldman Sachs is bad is my point.
No, not at all. Goldman Sachs has a diversity of people. I mean, Bannon was at Goldman Sachs. He was at mergers and acquisitions. I had been an investment banker. I took down a major investment banking house that had 600 million, but they did illegal trading. Goldman Sachs has a lot of people, but the issue at hand here is that for the first time, we're bringing in businessmen, military individuals, people who are accountable.
Not just a bunch of lawyers. Exactly what you said we should push for. So let's talk about the real coup that's happened and then get back into Trump, because we're not bragging about this. It organically happened because of the people. It organically happened because the globalists were arrogant and they ignored the new media. I think their hubris is what we can really thank for the victory.
Well, we can thank several things. Let me go over it repeatedly. Number one, you and I, and you have been the voice, have been on the radio and on the alternative media, which really has become the mainstream media. And the media of the New York Times and the other ones can't accommodate to that reality. So they call whatever we do fake news, then they try to hit you. If they try to hit me, there's going to be a bigger problem, because I'm not representing any particular faction other than the fact that I said from day one, we had a false flag, we had an attack against our government, and we've had a president whose background we know nothing about, Obama. I've said that Obama is an American that was not necessarily born here, but clearly his mother was a CIA operative who acted with great distinction, as was his grandparents. But for the most part, after 8 years, we know nothing about Obama. All of that problem has changed now because we're bringing in people who have had to accommodate to standards and accomplishments. Before that, we had a Hillary, had no accomplishments, had 32 years of being close to power, had been collusive, had been corrupt.
Well, let's just say it. We put in the softest, most disconnected group of wannabe elites. Nothing wrong with Ivy League folks. You went to Harvard, MIT, top of your classes. But these people just think going to Harvard, they're magical and better than everybody, and they have a true disdain for America. Right through December 17th, the last day that we can guarantee you'll get your order before Christmas in the United States, we're offering store-wide free shipping. And on top of that, some of the biggest discounts of the year. 30% off Living Defense Parasite Cleanse. 50% off colloidal silver bullet, and free shipping. That is just an incredible deal. Brain Force Plus, now with 20% more in each bottle and 30% off. $19.95, can't beat that deal. Winter Sun, Vitamin D3, 25% off. Survival Shield, X2, Nascent Iodine, again, an amazing 30% off. BioTrue Selenium, 30% off, and that's just some of the specials. Check them out today at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll-free. The great crew will answer your questions, tell you about some of the other specials, and take your order if you'd like. 888-253-3139.